Ian's Gang, Fall of the Gods. By Ian Kidd. Ian's Gang, copyright Ian Kidd 2017. Published by Smashwords. Ian's Gang. R. Ian Williams. Matthew Parker. Steve Botham. Philip Vasquez. Sean O'Reilly. Commander Wilberts. Claire Braithwaite. Emma Holmes. Chapter 1. It was Saturday morning in Maltby, and Ian Williams and Emma Holmes were sitting slightly awkwardly on the sofa in the living room of Maltby's beautiful French Army commander, Fille Dupont. "I feel kind of awkward," Emma admitted in a whisper. "What are we supposed to talk about?" "I dunno," Ian shrugged. "Whatever. It's just coffee. I don't see what there is to be nervous about." "She won't bite." "Not unless you wish me to." Fee entered carrying a tray of coffee mugs, and winking at Emma, who immediately turned purple. Ian laughed, taking his cup as Emma did the same embarrassedly, and Fee sat down opposite them. "Good one." "Thank you," Fee acknowledged. "I am pleased that I amuse you, Manami." What does that mean?" Emma asked. Fee frowned. "Manami?" she clarified. Fee sipped her coffee. "It means my friend." Emma smiled. "That's nice," she admitted. "Sounds better in French," Ian noted. "Every zine does," Fee told him. "So, how are you finding life as Maltby Army commander?" Ian asked politely. None," Fee waved a dismissive hand. "Let us not discuss work. I have enough of that the rest of the time." "So what would you like to talk about?" Emma inquired. "Let us talk about you," Fee declared. "So, are you seeing anyone right now?" Emma raised her eyebrows. "Why do you want to know that?" "Why not?" Fee shrugged. "The love life is more interesting than the job, non?" "Well, Emma began. Ian's watch phone beeped. Saved by the bell, he winked at Emma. Emma pulled a face at him. "Ian Williams, leader of," he answered. "Oh, Matt. What is it?" He paused, frowning as he listened. "What, now? Right this instant?" He shook his head. "Oh, all right. We'll see you in a few minutes." He turned the device off. "I'm sorry, Fee, but we have to go." "So soon?" Fee could not hide her disappointment. "I'm afraid so." Ian looked at Emma. "Apparently King William has been in touch. He wants us on Matadon, ASAP." "Problem?" Emma asked. "Apparently so. Urgent but wouldn't say exactly what the problem is," Ian shrugged. He stood up quickly, followed by Emma. "Sorry, Fee. Another time?" "I will hold you bosses at," Fee told them. She showed them to the door, her face falling as they left, and she closed it after them. "Well, that did not exactly go the way I adapt," she said glumly. The flight to Matadon took about 8 hours, and most of the gang slept for the majority of it. At one point, Ian awoke to find Em resting her head on his shoulder and Matthew grinning, nay, leering, at him from across the aisle. Ian flipped him the bird and went back to sleep. The gang finally arrived on Matadon, and after much ado made it to Matadon Palace, where they were shown into the throne room to find King William and Princess Laura Inkamile waiting for them. "William," Ian nodded. "Ian, gang," William nodded. "This had better be good," Matthew noted with some irritation. "Hello, Steve," Laura said shiftily. "Laura," Steve replied, equally shiftily, neither of them quite meeting the other's eyes. "Oh, I think you'll find this worth the trip," William nodded. "Well?" Ian pressed. "Yesterday we received a most unexpected communication," William told them, "from Bulgaria." Emma looked confused. "The planet, not the country," Ian whispered to her. "What the hell did those freaks want?" Matthew demanded. "To send an ambassador here," William told them. Ian blinked. In addition to being highly religious, the Bulgarians were also notoriously xenophobic and isolationist. They did not attend universal conferences and they did not send ambassadors to other worlds. That's a first, he admitted. He is here now, and it is he who requested your presence, William noted. He raised his voice. Brother Gabriel, he called. The inner door opened and a man entered. He was dressed like a monk, and as he approached, the tattoo of a small circle on his forehead was visible for all to see. For all of the gang save Emma, he was easily identifiable as being one of the same mysterious order of monks that were hunting and trying to kill their friend Kate Shaw. William coughed and Ian stirred into action. Brother Gabriel, he stepped forward and hesitantly shook the man's hand. King William, Gabriel nodded. Thank you for responding to my invitation. What can we do for you? Ian asked. I would like to extend to you, and to the rest of Ian's gang of course, an invitation to return with me to Bulgaria, Gabriel told him. Ian and several of the gang gasped. Even King William looked shocked. That is unexpected, Ian noted. Unprecedented is the word he's looking for, Matthew commented worriedly. Why? Emma asked. Bulgaria never invites aliens onto its soil, Claire told her in hushed tones. Ian's gang would be honored to accept your invitation, Ian said slowly. May we ask why? And why now? Brother Gabriel smiled. All will be revealed in due time, he said. The trip to Bulgaria took considerably less time than the trip from Earth to the Spiridon sector, and in less than an hour the shuttle was touching down. Ian's gang descended from the craft to find themselves in a green field, devoid of life, that could have somewhere on Earth. I'm almost disappointed, Philip remarked. I expected rather more after all these years of secrecy. Ian turned to Brother Gabriel. Now that we are here on Bulgaria, can I ask again, why are we here? In a moment, Gabriel replied, when the real Bulgaria arrives. Ian frowned, looking at the others. What do you mean? This is the Bulgaria we show outsiders, like those Assassian scum that dared to try to occupy us, Gabriel snorted with derision. Months they were here against our will, but not once did they lay eyes on the real Bulgaria. I don't, Ian started, and then stopped. Their surroundings began to blur and shimmer. Am I? We're all seeing it, Matthew said sharply. The landscape shifted. Suddenly, instead of being surrounded by nothing, they were on a small green in the middle of what appeared to be an old-fashioned English village. Small detached cottages surrounded them, and all was peaceful. How did they do that? Sean demanded. What is this place? Ian asked. My part has been played. Your guide will now explain the rest, including the need for your presence here. Our guide? Emma repeated. Brother Gabriel indicated across the green, where a figure in what looked like an old British police uniform was approaching. I will take my leave now, he said, and withdrew. Ian's gang watched as the figure drew closer and closer, his features finally becoming visible. What the hell? Steve hissed. It can't be, Philip breathed. What? Sean exclaimed. Who is it? The figure stopped in front of them. Hello Ian, the fair-haired young man, no older than 28 or 29, smiled warmly. Stephen? Ian stared at him in disbelief. Police Chief Stephen Brigg. It's good to see you again, the former, and very dead, Police Chief of Maltby spread his arms out wide. Welcome to heaven.